Hey, and welcome back to Rapid Flow. My name is Erik, I'm the founder, and today I'm going to be showing you the legendary MFB Tanzbär MKI drum computer. The kick drums, the sounds you're hearing now in this track are coming from this live in real time. It's clocked off of the multi-clock so we can get it nice and tight in the track. And I'm going to show you how incredible this thing sounds. So let's dive in. So first of all, I'd like to take a minute to remember Manfred Fricke, who sadly passed away in 2021 after battling with cancer, a true pioneer and innovator that worked in this field for over 5 decades and created some of the most legendary instruments you will ever hear. Unfortunately, the website that they used to have with their company is no longer active. The domain seems to have been claimed by someone else. But on Wayback Machine, you can actually find bits and pieces about their website. And I'm actually very fortunate that I own 3 instruments from MFB. I own the Tanzbär MKI, I own the Synth Pro compact little synth that you can see here. And I also own the Dominion 1. And actually, I think with just those 3 things, you can do everything. Like if I ever have to go off to some deserted island, that's very likely what I would bring in one multi-effect. The cool thing about these machines, the incredible thing that Manfred Fricke and his son and team did, is they created machines that are intuitive and cool to use, but still original and just sound so good. I mean, let's have a listen to this. Okay, so the way we're going to be running this today is we're running the sound live into Ableton, into this little demo track, and it is getting some help from our processing and mastering that you can see here. This is an upcoming template that we're going to release in 2 weeks. It's basically a workflow where everything is defined by macros, and it's so cool. It's so nice how easy you can get things to sound killer. But I digress. Let's go check out the MFB. As you can see, there's no further processing on it. It's just getting sent out to our mastering chain. So let's have a listen, maybe to start. And let's just focus in on this kick drum number 1 and let me show you what it sounds like, because it is just too sick. So let's tweak some of the decay. Let's do some pitch. Tune. Just so sick. It can go so low. Like the beauty of these analog circuits, we can add some noise. It has a filter also for the noise. Can add more and less attack. Yeah, and that's the kick 1. I mean, you can take it in so many directions, but now let me show you what I consider to be pretty much the best kick drum I know straight out of the box. Let me remove this and let me show you kick drum 2. Of course, we can tune this also. Really short and punchy. By the way, if you like these sounds, there's a link in the first comment where this is a drum machine I sampled a lot for Rapid Flow, and actually we're giving away our kick drum pack, so you can grab the kick drums from the MFB and a ton of other analog drum machines that we have on the first comment below this video. Okay, let's bring up the hi-hat again a little bit. Make it nice and short. Now let me try to add in a 16th hi-hat to show you the shuffle, which is super cool on this thing. So now because there's 16th hi-hats, the open hi-hat's not going to play till the end, but we can bring in the 16th. And of course we can tweak that a little bit. You can change the decay. Let me show you the shuffle. This is no shuffle. This is shuffle level 1. Shuffle level 2. 3. Now we're starting to get housey. Yeah, and the further we go, of course, the more it starts to get really weird. I usually like sort of 2 or 3. Okay, so let's check out the clap. Let me add this in here, and I'm going to do a very straightforward pattern just so you can hear it properly. I mean, tell me what you want, but it has such a good groove. Let's check out the clap parameters a little bit. How cool. So nice. Okay, let's check out the toms because they're also super sick on this thing. Let's start with the low tom. So let's see how we can tweak this a bit. Let's check out the tuning on the tom. A little shorter. It also has a very nice ride cymbal. Let me check out if I can find it. Yeah, here it's the cymbal. Just going to do also very simple, straightforward pattern. Let's bring in the cymbal. Add a bit more extra shuffle. A bit more. Let's take it again without shuffle. That's a straight. Oh my God, it adds such a nice groove. So if you want to have access to these sounds, as I mentioned, there's a free sample pack below. We will also at some point sample this computer in more detail to give access maybe to some more sounds, but the kick drums you can grab right now. We're also working on a new plugin. We're going to launch it in a couple of weeks where we're actually also going to be able to offer similar inspired kind of shuffle patterns. So keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be sick. It's going to be really sick. All right, let's go back here and let's see how funky we can get. Let's go back to the kick 1. I'm gonna make some new triggers. Seems like I've managed to mute it. There we go. Okay. I mean, it is pretty hard to beat. It's like half a track there, just a little bass line, right? Let me wrap this up a little bit because there's so much more stuff that I could tell you actually about this machine, but I'm not going to have time to demo everything, or this video is going to be like an hour long. So let me tell you a few more things about this thing that are extremely cool. So It also has, as you can see up here, CV and gate outputs, meaning you can actually use 2 tracks here to send CV and gate to external gear. You can also send that via MIDI. Of course, all running on this very organic kind of, clocking thing that it does. It has obviously possibilities to make longer patterns where you can chain AB. You can also do rolls and flams and, tweak the sounds a bit more with these extra parameters here. You have the possibility to do accents, to do real-time playing by hitting the buttons, or step programming, which is probably the most common way people will use it. And I think that what makes this machine really special is the unbelievably beautiful analog vibey sound quality that it has, which is actually what I most appreciate about all MFB devices. Manfred Fricke, who sadly passed away in 2021 after a battle with cancer, did an incredible job on making these instruments. I never met him personally, but I remember when I heard he passed, I was really sad about it because, you can even just look at him and he's an awesome guy, you can tell, but also such a visionary, so brilliant in the machines he devised, and which were built really by a very, very small boutique company in Berlin. So very sad that he's gone. His son is still keeping the company going, and recently, for example, they released still a handful of instruments that they, I think, kind of pieced together from what's out there. So I really wish his son and the rest of his family, of course, my condolences, but also the best of luck for whatever they're going to be doing with the company, and hopefully bringing it back, or at least taking the designs and somehow pushing them into the future, perhaps by partnering with another company for manufacturing. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities there, but love this company. And actually, one thing that I've noticed very often when I've shared anything to do with MFB on our channel, so many people have gone in the comments and sent MFB stuff is sick, love it. Like, they're hard to get, these instruments. I'm lucky that I live in Europe, so getting one of these in Germany is not that hard, but if you're in the States, I know it's really hard to get access to this gear. So this is the MFB Tanzbär Mark I. If you want to hear the Dominion or the Synth Pro, let me know, because I'm happy to do a video on them. Both of those synths were actually also captured in Zensphere, our in-house synth. So with the kick drum packs and Zensphere, you somehow already have access to a lot of sounds from MFB. So that's, I think, one good way also to keep this legacy alive. But of course, we really do hope that there will be more instruments coming under the MFB brand in the future. That's it for me. Tell me what you think of this drum machine. Tell me what you think of upcoming videos on the topic of MFB. For me, this is one of the most inspiring instruments. This is a drum machine I will never sell. It's just got something in its sound that I think is absolutely magical. All right, that was it for me today. I hope you have a great time in the studio, and we'll see you on the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.